Ingrid, was gibt's? Ja. Was? Nein! Das sagen dir doch die Kilesas. Warum glaubst du das? Was? Und dann nimm doch halt das Foto. Jetzt mach mal die Augen zu und schau mal, ob du den Atem sehen kannst. Ja, also. Du bist doch nicht zu blöd dazu. Ja. Ja, das ist ja, und genau das das bezwecken die kilesas damit. Die wollen dir zeigen, das funktioniert nicht, du kannst es nicht, du bist zu blöd dazu. Ne? Ja, aber wer ist denn das, wer dir das sagt? Kriegst du es mit? Da ist so eine Stimme, die dir das sagt. Und die Stimme, wenn du mitkriegst, dass deine innere Stimme ist oder innere Gedanken, dann kannst du doch nicht die Gedanken sein. Dann ist das nur eine Beurteilung, ne? Die woher anders kommt. Ja, ja, ja. Wir dürfen dieser Stimme nicht lauschen. Wir sagen, okay, ja, ja. Du bist so blöd dazu, aber ich praktiziere weiter. Du kennst doch diesen schönen Ausspruch von Goethe. Zwei Seelen wohnen, ach, in meiner Brust. Ne? Und es gibt einen ständigen Kampf zwischen diesen zwei Geistern. Ne? Und der eine Geist, der hat nichts Besseres vor, als dich abzuhalten und dir das madig zu machen. Und du steigst darauf ein.
Also es ist auch so, diesmal wollte ich mich ja wohlfühlen hier, dann ist dadurch die Praxis etwas runter, dann wurden die Außenkontakte mehr, dadurch fühle ich mich wohl hier.
Ja.
Aber die Kilesas waren richtig fest.
Ja, natürlich, je wohler dich fühlst, umso wohler fühlen sich auch die kilesas. Ne? Was ich gemeint habe mit dem Wohlfühlen, einfach einen Atem genießen. Wenn der Atem vorbei ist, den nächsten Atem genießen. Und dann kannst du dir das am Anfang wirklich so sagen. Jetzt genieße ich einen Atem. Und schaust dir einen Atem an. Jetzt genieße ich wieder einen Atem. Und dann musst du dich so langsam durchhangeln. Ne? Solange bis du merkst, dass das wird fester. Aber du darfst wirklich nicht diesen Stimmen glauben, die dir irgendwas vormachen. Das hat mit der Meditation nichts zu tun.
Ich bin wirklich lang.
Was?
Ich meine, es ist ja wirklich nicht jeder, der das praktiziert.
Ja. Ja, aber du hast es so lange schon praktiziert.
Ja, aber anders. Ne?
Ja, aber das ist eine Umstellungssache. Aber das war ja nicht so, wann war das, vor 3 Jahren, wo du zum ersten Mal da warst, hat es doch auch geklappt. Ja. Ja. Und da warst du voll auf begeistert.
Ja.
Da siehst du, da ist dieser andere, dieses schwarze Loch, ne, das versucht sich da reinzureißen und sagt, nein, das geht nicht, das kannst du nicht. Und du musst halt dagegen ankämpfen und sagen, das kann ich doch. Ich kann doch einen Atem beobachten.
Ich beobachte es jetzt einfach und mach weiter.
Ja, einfach, ja. Dem überhaupt keine wie sagt man, Beachtung schenken. Sagen, okay, da ist ein Gedanke und dann wieder zurück, ne, zum Atem. Und da ist wieder ein Gedanke. Ne? Aber auch das Prinzip von dem, was auch immer du sehen kannst, was auch immer du fühlen kannst du nicht sein. Weil da ist etwas, das weiß, dass da ein Gefühl ist. Da ist etwas, was weiß, dass da ein Gedanke ist. Da ist etwas, was weiß, dass da eine Erinnerung ist. Und zu diesem Wissen wollen wir kommen. Und dieses Wissen spricht nicht. Das beurteilt nicht. Das ist einfach nur dieser vollkommene, wie sagt man da, objektive Beobachtung. Der weiß, da ist ein unangenehmes Gefühl, der weiß, ne, da ist ein angenehmes Gefühl, der weiß, da ist der Atem, der weiß, da ist der Atem nicht. Ne? Und diesen Beobachter, den benutzen wir, ne, um dann wieder zurück zum Atem zu kommen. Ne? Aber wirklich dir immer wieder sagen, das, was ich sehe, das, was ich erfahre, das kann ich nicht sein. Weil da ist jemand, der weiß. Ich bin noch nicht die Erfahrung. Wir sagen doch auch, ich habe eine Erfahrung gemacht. Ich habe eine Erfahrung gemacht. Da haben wir doch ich, ne, das Subjekt, und das Objekt ist die Erfahrung. Ne? Ponder mal darüber. Ne? Denk mal darüber nach. Ne? Dann kannst du das ein bisschen im Background schieben. Das kann ein sehr gutes Hilfsmittel sein, um diese störenden Beeinflussungen. Und dann merkst du wirst doch ständig beeinflusst davon. Und sagen, das bin ich nicht, das gehört mir nicht, das ist nicht mein Selbst.
Ich glaube, das Problem ist, gerade die stören mich auch nicht wirklich. Ich kann die auch zur Seite schieben, das ist nicht das Problem, die drücken mich auch nicht runter.
Ja?
Wie soll ich sagen? Ich habe das Gefühl, im Moment ist dran, dass ich eher mal gucke, also auf kleinere Sachen, subtilere Sachen. Dieses Kämpfen, ich habe es so gesagt, also dieses Sitzen und um jede Minute falschen, mag gerade nicht mehr. Ja, ich weiß, es sagt jeder, man muss da durch. Aber kann es nicht auch sein, dass mal
ja,
eine Zeit dran ist, wo man...
Okay, dann lass es mal von einer halben Stunde sein. Ne, und dann beschäftige, dann untersuch mal, ne, was bin ich, ja, eigentlich, was du von dir hältst, ne, und was sich im Laufe deines Lebens nicht geändert hat. Ne, oder fang an, den Körper zu untersuchen. Und schau mal, was draußen ist, was an den Körper reingeht, das ist alles schön, was alles aus dem Körper rausgeht, das findet man eklig. Schau mal, über die Körperbetrachtung dann ein bisschen mehr zur Ruhe zu kommen, und wenn du dann irgendwann bei der Ruhe bist, ne, dann kannst du ja mal schauen, ob du weiterkommst.
Also mein Gefühl ist, ich bin ruhiger wie noch nie hier.
Ja, also. Aber,
es
ach so.
Kein Aber, ich fühle mich wohl, ich bin ruhig, aber es ist so kein Vorankommen. Also es ist ein ganz subtiles,
ja.
Ankommen irgendwie.
Ja.
Aber das geht nicht über die Brechstange, die bisher sitzen, und ich muss sofort, muss ständig immer wechseln zwischen gehen.
Ja, das verlangt doch niemand von dir.
Da hatte ich das Gefühl schon.
Na, das verlangt niemand von dir. Das verlangst du von dir selber. Du stellst an dich Anforderungen. Ja? Und das nennen wir auch Erwartungshaltung. Ne? Und diese Erwartungshaltung, die musst du aufgeben. Wenn du siehst, ne, Erwartungshaltung, ich müsste jetzt eigentlich, ne, sagen, was soll's? Ne? Ich muss gar nichts. Das Einzige, was ich machen muss, ne, ist, immer wieder die Achtsamkeit auf den Atem zu lenken. Und das ist doch schön. Ne? Aber, weißt du, was passiert, wenn wir ein bisschen mehr Achtsamkeit haben? Oder wenn wir ein bisschen mehr gewahr sind, dann kriegen wir die ganze Unrast und Unruhe viel, viel mehr mit, als wir sie vorher mitgekriegt haben. Verstehst du das? Wenn ich das Beispiel bringe, ne, wir sind, solange wir denken, wir sind achtsam oder wir sind dabei, sind wir noch lange nicht achtsam, haben wir noch nicht die 50%-Hürde überschritten. Sobald wir die 50%-Hürde überschritten haben, dann merken wir eigentlich, wie wir ständig abgelenkt sind. Und das kann natürlich am Anfang frustrierend sein. Aber das heißt doch für uns, ne, dass wir 50% der Zeit dabei sind und nur 50% weg. Diejenigen, die denken, dass sie jetzt achtsam sind, ne, die haben noch nicht mal diese 50% erreicht. Weil diese Achtsamkeit ist mehr und mehr im Denken als in der Wirklichkeit. Verstehst du? Ja. Und davon darfst du dich nicht frustrieren lassen. Einfach, ist eigentlich ein guter Fortschritt schon. Wenn du siehst, wie unachtsam du bist, die ganze Zeit bist.
Es ist kein Brust, es ist nur so ein Staunen. So.
Ja, ist doch schön. Ja? Ich würde dem keine Bedeutung beimessen und einfach weitermachen. Ja? Und vor allem, wenn es dir gut geht, was willst du mehr? Ja? So. Any other? Niklas? Difficult? Yeah, it's hard work, yeah. I mean, Lungta Mahabodh said, there's nothing, no work in this world is harder, than practicing. Yeah? So, working for 8 or 10 hours, in a coal mining shaft is much easier than to work 12 hours on meditation. Yeah? But you have to, there's a level where you can rest, where things are starting to slowly become automatic. But until that time, we have to fight a lot, Yeah? But not pressing, yeah. Just bring the mind back. Just bring the mind back. Just bring the mind back. Yeah. Just bring it back. What is there? When it goes out, then we notice it goes out, then we bring it back. And then we notice again. Yeah? The problem is that the kilesas come, it's so difficult. Yeah? There's nothing difficult observing the breath or observing the Buddha. There's nothing difficult. You just need to close now the eyes and say, what's this difficult? Nothing is difficult. Yeah? The kilesas don't like it and tell us, it's difficult. Yeah? And you have to remember there are two souls inhabiting our chest. Yeah? One is the darkness or avijja, and the other thing is the light, is the Dhamma. Yeah? And these two powers are fighting for the throne. Like Lungta Mahabodh said, there's a throne, that rules the five khandhas, yeah, or rules the empire, and the empire is the 5 khandhas: Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, and Vijnana. Yeah? And whoever sits on the throne can command these 5 khandhas. So it can command the feelings, it can command the thoughts, it can command the memories, yeah, and it even can command, the body. Yeah? So if the kilesas are sitting there, they will command the body around. I can't see, it is so difficult. Yeah. But when the Dhamma is there, it is very quiet. Yeah. So, it is a constant fight. In the beginning, it's a constant fight, especially if you have never developed the Dhamma, to bring up the Dhamma so that it gets more and more power. And Lungta Mahabodh said, most of the time, the throne, is half of it, is by the kilesas, half of it is by the Dhamma, and they are constantly fighting to get a little bit more space, yeah? That's it, that is our practice, to give the Dhamma more space, more commanding power on the throne. And that's what we have to do, yeah? And when you realize, use the principle of anatta. Anatta is a very useful principle. Whatever I can experience, whatever I can see, whatever I can feel, yeah? It's not me. Because who knows that there's a feeling? Yeah? If you don't believe it, ask the thought, if he knows he's a thought, if he knows what he just thinks, yeah? It's a phenomenon. Of thought is a phenomenon. If you ask the tree, if he knows he's a tree, doesn't. We label it as a tree. We label it as a thought. We label it as a memory. Yeah? And then, the moment we label it, it becomes real for us. So if we think, if we treat, thoughts as thought, there's a thought, then boops, it's gone. If you treat a feeling as a feeling, there's a feeling, boops, it's gone. Because it needs constant, it needs constant fire, to bring up the burn. Yeah? And if you remove the wood from the fire, yeah, the fire is gone. And the wood for the fire is mostly feelings, memories, and thoughts. Yeah? That increases the fire. When we remove the thoughts and when we remove the memories, poof, it just dies down. But we can't, yeah? Not in the beginning. So if learn to use the principle of anatta. That's not me. Whatever I can see, just look at your hand, and then you say it's my hand. Then look at the hand of the neighbor, and then you say it's his hand, yeah? All what you see is a hand. Why do you say this is my hand and this is his hand? What is mine? Yeah? If you have a feeling, if you tell me, it's your feeling, then I say, okay, if it's an unpleasant feeling, then change it to a nice feeling, because it's yours. Huh? Can you do that? No. If you don't want to have a thought, just say, you're not allowed in, yeah? Does it listen? No. Because it's a phenomenon. It comes, and what we have to realize is how it comes up. Yeah? What is the source of it to arise? To understand the mechanism, how these things arise and stay on and disappear. That is what we have to observe to be able to understand. Or sometimes, later on, we have to investigate. So there's a feeling, for instance, there's a feeling when you sit there and meditate, there's a feeling, a little bit of pain, and then the thought comes and the memory comes, or yesterday, or, 2 hours ago it was the same thing, it's boring, It's all in your head. Has nothing to do with the reality, yeah? You think it up. But if you replace these thoughts, okay, it's an unpleasant feeling, just say, there's an unpleasant feeling, yeah? And then go back to the Buddha or go back to the breath, then it disappears. But a few minutes later, a next thought comes. Oh, this is really difficult, yeah? And then do the same thing. And there's a thought, replace it with Buddha. But the moment you buy in, the moment you believe this thought is real, then you're in trouble. Because sooner or later you will get up. Yeah? เข้าใจ? So use this principle of anatta, yeah, and realize, if you have some time after your meditation, then look at these things. Yeah? Can I change my thoughts? No, actually, I didn't invite them. I said, for the next 45 minutes or for the next hour, I don't want to think. I just want to think Buddha. So where are all these thoughts coming in? So who's actually in command of it? Huh?
We don't need to invite them. They're already there.
Yeah, but you didn't invite them, They don't, they come, yeah. They invite themselves. They are just hooligans, yeah. What else, what you call, yeah? You want to, you want to go, you are in your apartment, yeah, and then, somebody's knocking on the door and say, yeah, okay, come in, yeah. And then you see a bunch of hooligans are coming in, yeah, and say, oh yes, come in, destroy me, yeah. And after they left, you have to clean up, yeah. You don't let them in the first place. You look, who is it? Yeah, there's the thought, no. Huh? Don't come in, yeah. Don't destroy my heart, yeah. But we don't, in the beginning of our practice, we don't realize that these things are external. Yeah? They are not, yeah? They are not me, they are not mine, they are not us. Yeah? And this is something we have to understand. Once we realize, and it is easy to realize, if we have a cloth, if we are the owner of certain types of clothes, yeah? If we have a black shirt on, and we don't like the color anymore, that's too dark, yeah? I want to have a light one. And then we go to our drawer, put a white shirt on. If we don't have a white shirt, we go and buy one, yeah? And then put it on. Can you do the same thing with feeling? If you have a dark feeling, you go to the drawer, open up, oh no, I want to have a nice feeling, and then put it on. So how can you call it me, mine, and I? There's something, and realize there's something that knows all these things. And this something, you can test it out, yeah? When there's a feeling, Then just ask the feeling, do you know you're feeling? Yeah? And what do you think the feeling answers? Yes, I know I'm a bad feeling. I'm coming, to ruin you, yeah, or to put your heart in fire. Yeah? No. It's a phenomena. It's just like, it's just like this spittoon, yeah? Does the spittoon know it's a spittoon? No. We call it a spittoon, and the moment we call it something, there's a whole bunch of memories and thoughts coming around it. It makes it either like it or dislike it, and sometimes it's neutral. So with these thoughts or with these memories, all these troubles are starting. When we just stay with the phenomena that arise, yeah, and see, okay, yeah, there's a feeling, and then let's go back to the Buddha, or let's go back to our investigation. Most of the time when we do serious investigation, no other thoughts are coming up anyway. But when we do calm meditation, all these thoughts, all these memories come up, yeah? And then just label them, for the beginning, just label them, there's a memory, and then go back to the Buddha. The moment you see it, yeah? You can't catch them earlier. Yeah? But if we do that constantly, then we see, from a train of thoughts, from a train of 15 thoughts, it will reduce itself, to maybe to 7 thoughts or 10 thoughts, and then 5 thoughts, and then 4 thoughts, and 3 thoughts, and 2 thoughts, and 1 thought, then half a thought. That's where our sati grabs hold of it. And then the beginning of the thought, and then the intention to think. Once we are at the level of intention, we can stop it instantly. And it doesn't even arise. The only thing that will arise is feelings. Because bodily feelings will arise. But mental feelings don't arise. So use this principle. It can be really helpful. Or if it is not convenient for you, use the principle of anicca. Whatever arises, we'll see. Thoughts arise very quickly and cease very quickly. Memories, arise, but stay on for a little while, and then cease. Yeah? Feelings take a longer time, but you will see them. When you watch, okay, this feeling, and then watch it without thinking, without memories. Yeah? And then you see, you feel. Because you don't put any more wood into the fire. What you don't see is the body arising and ceasing. That takes a long time. In consciousness, it's very difficult to see arising and ceasing. So then you have these 5 khandhas. And then you know that you are not these 5 khandhas. When you observe them and see them, there's a phenomena that is called thought. There's a phenomena that is called feeling. There's a phenomena. And subject and object can never be the same, or? Huh?
So when we begin to feeling the body,
Yeah?
if it's possible, we can investigate part by part by part.
You can do,
just
yes.
The heart feeling and watch, feeling it until it disappears.
Yeah.
What is the good way? We feel one part.
Yeah. You take about this size, you take the size of a coin, yeah, and then you start at the top of the head. This method is called scanning the body. And then you just look if there's a feeling at this place, and then you go to the next place. If there's a feeling at this place. If there's no feeling within a certain amount of time, then you just skip it. If you do that very often, you can scan the body, really deep into. Yeah? In the beginning, you feel the skin. Yeah? Later on, you feel underneath the skin, and you can even penetrate into the brain. Yeah. It's a very good method of getting in touch with the body before you start the investigation of the body. Yeah?
Because I practice, and when I get a deep samadhi, I don't have the thought or memory coming in, only all the body, but
yeah?
I don't know what to do, so I feel like...
Then something is wrong. The moment you think you don't know what to do, something is wrong. There must have been something before this thought comes up. This method, if you're finished with the body, then say, okay, now I go into samadhi. Yeah? And then you know what to do.
I know what to do. I can, if I have a deep samadhi, I will do scanning. But when is the good time to do it? It's just do it when you get the deep.
Just do it. You can do it anytime. Yeah? But when you finish with the scanning, either do then body investigation, look, because when you scan, you might have found an interesting spot, yeah? And then just look at this one spot. And then penetrate it until you see it, yeah? Until you start to visualize it. And then start to investigate.
Because sometimes the feeling, it brings some more like pain. When I'm doing my scanning, and the big pain happen now in my feet, something like this. So should I just move? No. Just continue scan the same spot.
Yeah. Just go through the order of scanning, scanning the body, the head, the neck, then the face, and so on, and so on, and so on. Until you come to the feet, or if you want to start at the feet, until you end up at the body, at the head. Yeah? But this only gets you in touch with the body. Yeah. It is not yet investigation.
Not called investigation.
It can get you really calm. Yeah. So after this, you can do your calm meditation, and then just stay with the breath in the Buddha. After that, or if the mind is really calm, then do investigation. Yeah? And then you can do investigation by cutting up the body and putting it in front of you. And then have a look at it. What part of the body is the body? Huh? The ears the body, the nose the body, the brain the body. Huh? When all these parts are out, where's the body? They're just body parts. And who sits there and sees the body part? Huh? Because the brain is out there, how can it see the body parts? Huh? Or the eyes, you can take them out, and then place them there and make them look at you. There's so many possibilities, you have to play, yeah? It is really, investigation is at the beginning, really playing around with these things. Dogs don't like investigation of the body. They always howl, yeah? Yeah? What? Oh, it starts again. Huh? A run off, yeah? Whenever we talk about body investigation, you need to go to the toilet, huh? I don't believe it. Okay? So if there are no other questions, yeah, then we can close down. Yeah? Just a short. And use the principle of either anicca or anatta. It is very useful. Or if you want to use dukkha, and see the dukkha of the body. And constantly from the morning, to the evening, see, that you have to lift it up, then you have to lie it down, then you have to walk it, then you have to feed it, then you have to go to the toilet, and so on. Yeah? Anicca, anatta, dukkha, these are the three principles. And like Ajahn Mahaprabhu says, through one of these doors we will enter Nibbana, either through anicca, anatta, or dukkha. I think he entered through. What was that? Anatta. Okay, so. Oh, who is that? Ronnie. No. We have to talk more about the investigation to see, if it is really correlating with this needing to go to the toilet. Huh? Are you never doing body investigation at your kuti, huh?
Not for very long time.
Not for. That wasn't very long. That was maybe 10 minutes. Huh?